Welcome to my DTech channel once again, and very good morning to all my viewers. So now I am going to start a very good questions that is actually related to China. The question is that according to the book, should you consider the elections described above as an example of people electing their rulers? That means here, according to the book, means the people, how they have been guided in China, how the elections are held in China. So are these principles really obeyed by the that the common people? Are the common people feel free in China? Okay, are the common people really thinking about the betterment of the election? So we have to discuss that according to the book. Now see, reading these examples we get a sense that we can't. There are many problems here. According to the book, according to this chapter, it is saying that there are different types of problems that arises, okay, during that election process. First thing is that nobody has the power to compete with a leader or to compete with an organization. Only it is the organization, that organization will be recommended by the Institutional Revolutionary Party. Institutional Revolutionary Party, it plays a vital role, it plays a actually important role in the election process that are held in China. There is no party who can actually contest with the ruling party. That means ruling party has the power to rule throughout the year. Nobody will raise the voice against the ruling party. What type of election it is, we have to see that. And that's why in China, the election, that means the ruling party, okay, ruling party actually ruled for a long period of time, okay, and that was the that was the demerit of the China election. Then next it is saying, in China the election do not offer the people any serious choice. The problem is here that in China the people do not have that choice. They can't elect according to their choice. They can vote, they can cast a vote according to their choice, personal choice, but they came under the politics and they came under the political pressure so that they cast their vote. So, and next it is saying that in the Mexican example, people seem to really have a choice, but in practice they had no choice. It is also saying that Mexican pattern of election, that means they are following the Mexican pattern of election. That means externally the people actually they have a choice, but internally really they came under compulsion, they came under a force, a political force. So after that they cast a vote. Externally, that means they do not have rights to give the vote according to their choice. There was no way the ruling party could be defeated. Thing is that nobody will defeat that ruling party. What type of election it is? Nobody will defeat. You think that a person we can defeat. So what do we mean by the democracy? We have earlier said that democracy is that for the people, by the people, of the people. So if this functions that are actually guided, obeyed, so we can say that this particular country is a West democratic country. But if we can't defeat a ruling party, if we can't cast a vote according to our choice, if we can't we do not have a choice, if we do not have raised the voice, we can't raise the voice. So what type of election it is? So it is what that these are the only the these are the showing natures of that China government. So next onward it is saying that there was no defeated, even if people were against it. These are not fair election, and these are not the fair election. We can thus add a second feature to our understanding of democracy. Holding elections of any kind not a real choice between political alternatives. It is saying that only if you'll hold an election in the name of election, we only if you'll say that elections, it is what type of election it is. If we say that election means what? What is that election? Election is that we can't raise the voice. Election is that we can cast a vote. Election is that we can raise our voice. We can't exercise our power. So is that an election? So that type of election is actually held in that China. So now thing is that for that purpose, it is also saying that we can thus add a second feature to our understanding of democracy. Holding election of any kind is not sufficient. The election must offer a real choice between political alternatives. We should have alternatives. Okay, we should have alternative leaders. We should have alternative, many alternatives leaders, many alternative organizations, many alternative parties, so that we can cast a vote according to our choice. If we do not have any alternatives, so we can cast only one single person. So how can be a single person be regarded as the leader? So it is a question, $1 million question. Then, so that lastly, we said that the perfect definition of democracy is that a democracy must be based on a free and fair elections where those currently in power have a fair chance of losing. That means the ruling party may have the chance to lose. So if the ruling party may have the chance to lose, then we can say these countries follow the democratic pattern of society or democratic pattern. Okay, so now next onwards I will also make another video on one person, one vote, one value. So all my viewers, you have to give a like, you have to subscribe my channel and also like my channel. Then after it will encourage me to make another video. Okay, ये मतलब इसको like करो, उसके बाद इसको सब्सक्राइब करो. ठीक है, अब मतलब ये जो है इलेक्शन के बारे में है. ठीक है, सो चाइना में कैसे जो इलेक्शन होता है, क्या ये अच्छाई के लिए होता है, क्या जो सिस्टम है चाइना में ये क्या ठीक है, ये सही है या गलत है. सो ये जो एनालाइज हम किए हैं इस चैनल मतलब इस वीडियो में. ठीक है, इसमें बोला है कि एक पार्टी हमेशा रहेगा और रूलिंग पार्टी को हम डिफीट कर नहीं सकते. ये किस टाइप का इलेक्शन है, ये कौन से टाइप का इलेक्शन है. ओके, सो आप लोग मतलब यू जस्ट गो थ्रू माय वीडियो एंड लाइक माय वीडियो. थैंक यू.